I guess I would choose to say two things quick. One is know when your horse is ready to sell, and what it is who you're trying to sell to. For me, when I have horses that I am going to sell, I don't put them on the market until they're ready. Or if I do, I price them and advertise them according to what they are. So the horses all I have a vision of what the horse should be, but it ain't there yet when it ain't there. And to try to pretend it is and put it on the market then gives you a bad name when the horse isn't really ready and isn't what you're advertising it for, or isn't ready for the sport you're advertising it for. So the part of this was developing, marketing, and selling the young horse. Developing it is key. You gotta make the horse what you're trying to sell. And then in terms of marketing and selling, I just always try to remind myself that when it's frustrating, if you have a good horse if there are people out there looking for a horse like that, it's a numbers game, and that you then have to just keep getting the word out and keep running new ads. Online seems to work better than print these days, I think, because that's how people shop. But don't just run one and then give up. You got to keep the information in front of a large number of people for that one person to be found.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And I'll follow up that real quick before we get off of you. Where do how do you go about finding your ideal customers, or how do you pick and choose where to advertise?
Me?
Yes.
Nowadays, I used to do it differently. I used to advertise in the Chronicle, and I'm sorry to say that if you're anybody here with the Chronicle, that the print ads like that don't seem to be as cost effective as they used to be. So I do Dream Horse. I have heard in polls is at least a couple of years ago when they polled people, that was sort of the #1 place that the average person goes. But then when you're trying to specialize, so we do Eventers, we do Sport Horse Nation, which is part of Eventing Nation, and sometimes we do warmbloods.com, and then sometimes I do the local organizations, the Eventing Association, the Maryland one, the local dressage organization. If it's a dressage horse, usually have free ads for members. So that's where I go, and I keep them on our website, and I keep our website up to date. And then when we put horses up or have new videos, we put them on our Facebook page so that that information keeps getting put out there. And we try to do new videos to regenerate interest in horses as they improve, and brag about their successes when they're competing.